Chosen one, stop. Do not scroll. Do not look away, because something is unfolding right now, and the fact that you are here, reading these words in this exact moment, is not coincidence. It is confirmation. It is the universe responding to what you have been carrying in silence. If you feel a sudden stillness settling around you, if the room feels quieter than it did just a moment ago, the veil between worlds has thinned. You were not meant to discover this later. You were meant to find this now, in this precise window of time, because the shift is already beginning. There is a shift forming in the unseen hours ahead, not loud, not chaotic, but precise, like a key turning in a lock that has resisted you for a long time. You have been watched through the night seasons, chosen one, seen when you held it together for others, but unraveled alone. Your prayers that had no words, only breath, only tears, only silence that speaks louder than any plea, they have all been heard. Do you feel that gentle pressure in your chest right now? That warmth spreading slowly, almost like relief mixed with anticipation? That is alignment. That is your spirit recognizing truth before your mind catches up. Do not turn away now. Every second you stay, the universe moves closer to completing what has been set in motion. Before sunrise, something shifts in your favor. Not because you forced it, not because you earned it, but because the timing has ripened. The delay was never denial, chosen one. The silence was never abandonment. What felt like emptiness was preparation. What looked like losing was positioning. You were warned not to skip this moment. There is a reason sleep has been restless. A reason your thoughts keep circling the same question. A reason you felt a pull to pause right here without understanding why. Angels have been standing at the threshold of change, waiting for one final permission. Your agreement. If your spirit is saying yes, even while your mind feels unsure, type Amen. Not for me, but as a signal in the unseen, as an act of alignment that completes a circuit. If you feel moved to leave a comment, even just a single word that captures what you are feeling, do it. Let your voice be recorded in this moment. If your heart feels ready but tender, whisper, I receive. Feel that chill along your arms, that wave of peace that does not make logical sense. That is confirmation. That is the unseen responding to your openness. Chosen one, something has been held back until this very window of time. What happens next will not look dramatic at first, but it will be undeniable once it begins. Stay with me. Do not leave before this next turn of the key. Take a deep breath. Breathe slowly. What is moving toward you responds to stillness, not striving. Before sunrise, there is an interruption being arranged, not to harm you, but to redirect you. Something you thought was settled is being quietly adjusted. Chosen one. Do you sense that gentle vibration in your hands? That is your spirit being notified ahead of time. The universe does this only when timing is critical. If you are feeling this, press like as an act of agreement, not for the algorithm, but as a sacred yes. You have been standing closer to the answer than you realize. The pause was protection. What could not meet you yesterday is being cleared to meet you tonight. Do not turn away now. There is a conversation unfolding while you read. Hearts are being softened, paths are being rerouted. When you wake, the resistance you have been pressing against no longer pushes back the same way. If you suddenly feel emotional, that is release. Something old is loosening its grip. Say softly, it is done. Not as a demand, but as agreement. The night hours are sacred. When guardians move quietly, when Archangel Michael stands watch, cutting away what no longer has permission to follow you forward, Feel that calm settling, that sense of being held even without answers yet. That is assurance. Before sunrise, you will be given a sign, one you will recognize when it comes. If this is landing in your spirit, leave a comment. Let this moment be marked. And in the next part, I must speak about what is being removed so that what is coming can finally reach you. Listen carefully now. The atmosphere around you is thinning. What once felt heavy is losing its weight. Before sunrise, something is being removed, not violently, but lifted with precision. What has clung to you through fatigue and delay is quietly losing its permission to stay. If you feel a sudden lightness in your shoulders, if your breathing just became deeper, that is the release beginning. There has been an invisible tether, an old pattern that felt like identity. Tonight, that tether is loosening. Not because you fought it, but because you outgrew it. Heaven does not remove what you still need, so if it is leaving, it has finished its assignment. Feel the stillness settling in your chest. That is clarity arriving. This is why distractions tried to pull you away tonight. But you stayed. That choice is being honored. If your spirit agrees, type "I am ready," not as a promise, but as a posture. Space is being made, room in your thoughts, in your emotions. What is coming requires room. If you feel gentle warmth at the back of your neck, that is protection adjusting. Nothing meant to drain you can follow you into what opens next. Before sunrise, you may notice something not happening anymore. A worry that does not return. A fear that no longer tightens, that absence will be your confirmation. Share this message with someone who needs reassurance tonight. As an act of care, and now I must speak about what is moving toward you. Now that the way has been cleared, the space has been made. Now something is moving before sunrise. A presence of favor draws near. It does not rush. It approaches the way peace does, gently but with authority. Chosen one, if you feel calm settling behind your eyes, if your thoughts feel clearer, that is reception. You are no longer resisting. What is approaching is a reconnection, something meant for you that could not reach you until now. It carries reassurance, direction without pressure, quiet, knowing that you are not late and were never forgotten. Feel that warmth spreading through your hands or feet. That is stability being restored. Heaven is giving you peace that stands guard. A door you have been knocking on has not been closed. It has been waiting for the right alignment, and now it begins to open from the other side. If your heart feels steady, say out loud if you can, "I receive agreement," completes the circuit. There is protection surrounding what comes next. What approaches cannot be stolen, delayed, or distorted. It arrives intact. Before sunrise, you may wake suddenly with a quiet knowing. Something has changed. Stay aligned. If this resonates, remain connected. And in the next part, I must speak of the moment of confirmation. Do not miss it. Chosen one, this is the hour of recognition. Before sunrise, the confirmation will not announce itself with trumpets. It will not arrive as a spectacle. It will arrive as knowing, a sudden certainty that settles where doubt used to live, where questions used to swirl, where fear used to whisper its predictions. Chosen one. If you feel a quiet alertness right now, not anxiety, not excitement, but a calm readiness, like standing just before something begins, that is preparation. That is your spirit, getting ready to recognize what is coming. Do not turn away now. This moment, this confirmation, is closer than you think. It is already forming in the unseen, already taking shape, already moving into position. The confirmation will meet you when you are not forcing it. It will come in a pause, in a thought that feels gently placed, rather than anxiously created. In a moment where you realize you are no longer asking the same question because somewhere inside you the answer has already settled. You will notice your own peace before you notice the sign. You will feel the shift before you see the evidence. Feel that soft stillness around your heart now. That sense of being watched over rather than scrutinized. That sense of being cared for rather than tested. That is assurance without pressure. That is recognition without conditions. The universe confirms softly when the soul is listening, when the spirit is quiet enough to receive without grasping. Chosen one. You will notice your reaction before you notice the sign itself. Peace will come first. A settling will happen, then, only then, understanding will follow. If your breath feels deeper now, if your shoulders feel heavier in a good way, like something has been set down that you have been carrying, that is trust returning. That is faith being restored, not through effort, but through encounter. Say it quietly. If the words are rising in you, it is done. Let the words fall without effort, without strain. Not because you have seen the full picture yet, but because something in you already knows the outcome before sunrise. You may feel drawn to step away from something you once clung to, or you may feel drawn toward something without needing an explanation, without needing to justify it to anyone. That pull will not argue with you. It will not debate. It will simply invite, and you will know it is right by the peace it carries. If you sense a gentle warmth spreading across your chest now, or down your arms, or settling in your stomach, that is confirmation moving through your body. That is the knowing being written into your cells, into your very being, so that doubt cannot erase it later. Chosen one, this is the turning point. But it is not the ending. The story is not over. The unfolding is just beginning. If you feel aligned with this, if you sense that what I am saying is true, even if you cannot prove it yet, leave a like. Let it be an act of faith. Let it be a small yes that signals a larger readiness. And stay connected, stay attentive, because in the final part, in what I must say to close this moment, I will seal what has begun and speak peace over what is already in motion. Do not leave before the seal is set. Be still now. Let everything else fade into the background, because what I must tell you now is the most important part. The shift has already begun. Before sunrise, the work you could not see, the labor that was happening while you slept, while you doubted, while you wondered if anything was really changing, has been completed quietly. Without spectacle, without strain. What needed to move has moved. Chosen one. What needed to loosen has released. What needed to align has found its place. And now all that remains is for you to step into the reality of it, to live from the truth of it, to allow your daily life to catch up with what has already been done in the unseen. If you feel a deep calm settling into your body right now, not excitement, not urgency, but a steady peace, like something finally standing exactly where it belongs, that is sealing. That is the completion being marked. The universe does not rush the ending. It confirms it. It anchors it. It makes sure it cannot be undone by the first wave of doubt or the first voice of criticism. Feel the gentle warmth resting in your chest now. The soft clarity in your thoughts. The sense that you are no longer bracing for impact, no longer waiting for the other shoe to drop, but standing on solid ground. That is the mark of completion, chosen one. That is what it feels like when something is done, truly done. In the realm that matters most, you are protected in what comes next. You are guided without being pushed. You are favored without being burdened. Before sunrise, even if nothing dramatic appears on the surface, even if your circumstances look the same when you wake, understand this truth. Chosen one, the unseen has shifted in your favor. And because it was done quietly, because it was done in the hidden place, it will last. It will not be shaken by the noise of the world. It will not be undone by temporary setbacks. If your spirit agrees, if you feel the truth of this settling into your bones, say amen. Not as a plea, not as begging, but as recognition, as a way of saying, yes, I see it, I feel it, I receive it. If you feel peace where tension once lived, if you feel hope where despair once camped, say it again, I receive. Let it be your agreement with heaven, your participation in what has been done on your behalf. Let this moment anchor you. Let it be a stake in the ground that you can return to when the noise gets loud again. When doubt tries to rebuild its case, when fear tries to reclaim its territory. You were here, you felt this. You know what happened in this space, even if no one else would understand. As a final act of alignment, stay connected to messages like this. Let them find you when you need them. Let them remind you of what is true when the world tries to convince you otherwise. And if someone has been heavy on your heart tonight, if a name or a face came to mind while you were reading, share this message with them, not to convince them, not to prove anything, but simply to comfort, simply to say, you are not alone in the night season, the dawn is coming. Chosen one, rest now. The night has done its work, the angels have stood their watch. The clearing has been completed, the old has been removed. The new is on its way. And when morning comes, when light breaks over the horizon, it will meet you differently than it met you yesterday. You will not be the same. The story will not be the same. And you will know, deep in the quiet of your own heart, that something shifted before sunrise. Go in peace. Walk forward in confidence. And remember, you were chosen for this moment. You were prepared for this shift. And what is coming cannot be stopped by what tried to stop you before. It is done.